Hi guys, just making this demo to show you how you might make the vehicle registration calculator project with a console application rather than a Windows Forms application. You pretty much only do this when you're working from home and you've only got an Apple device, and Visual Studio you can't do Forms applications yet on Apples. So you'll start Visual Studio 2019, you'll do a new project. And you need to find the console application. So it'll be a .NET Core console, and as you can see there, it works on many different platforms. Click Next. Give it a good name. And make sure you save it somewhere appropriate using that button there. Then click Next. And we'll just leave this on the long-term support. That should work on more platforms. And create. Now you get a blank console application. It just says hello world. If I run that, you can have a look. Just says hello world, and then you press any button or any key to close this window. Here's one I've prepared earlier. Now I'll show you how this one works. There we go. Owner's name, Carol. Vehicle make, maybe Holden. Vehicle weight, price, choose if it's for business or private. I'm going to say 1 for business, and it gives you a readout there. Let's make that a little bigger. So it tells me the registration fee, stamp duty, and total due. Now your application will need more outputs than that, but this is just a demo obviously. Now I'll show you a bit of the code. So see here, I've just set the title that came up in the window that opened up for the console to run in. I've set the console color to green. I like green because when I was a little kid in the 80s, friends' computers had monitors that could only display green. You can use whatever color you like, but it must be readable. I've made that fancy Rego Calc title thing there, which is optional of course. I won't tell you exactly how I did that. You can work that out. So what I'm doing, because I need the owner's name, I'm just allocating a string variable for that I call owner's name. Obviously it starts as an empty string. So what I do, I give a little beep, make sure the person's ready. I prompt them, owner's name please, and then I read in the owner's name into that string variable that we declared earlier. So I just do console.readline. As soon as they push enter, it'll be stored in my owner's name string. Now why on earth do I have this while loop here? Well, I've put that in so if the user doesn't type in a name or just ignores it, just pushes enter, and the length of whatever they enter is less than 1, well I want it to ask them again. I don't want them to get away with not putting their name. If you could imagine this as a government agency and they don't give their name, then it's not going to be able to register their vehicle. So if I just hide that, and I run it again, you can see that it would allow me to go on without entering an owner's name. But that while loop, it won't let them continue until they've done that properly. Moving down, then we prompt for the vehicle make, and we read that into a string variable called vehicle make. Remember, these variables are just locations in memory that the program's allowed to store whatever information they need. Down here, I'm prompting for the vehicle weight, and I read that in again. Now, when the user types that in and the program reads it in, it will be a string. But that's no good later when we need to calculate, do mathematical calculations. We need to have it as a decimal. So what I do here, I just declare my weight decimal, which is different to the string vehicle weight, a new one for the decimal, which starts at 0, and we try it. So what we try to do is take the weight that the user entered, we try to convert it to a decimal, and then we store that here in our weight variable. So what that'll do, if the user just types in some gibberish or some random text that we can't convert to a decimal, it won't crash the whole program. If you don't have this try parse and you just try to convert the string to a decimal and they type something weird, then it'll crash your program. Moving down, I do the same thing for the price. So I get a string wholesale price, and I need to convert that to a decimal. Then down here, I just ask for the private or business use. I'm making it a bit easy for them here. I'm giving them an option to enter 1 or 2. Now we get to the calculations. You'll need more than this. You need to read the assignment description for what else you need to do. I'm just giving you a start. Registration fee is a constant because it never changes. It's always 60. Now with C#, it's a bit annoying. When you're setting a decimal, you actually have to put a little M there to tell the computer, yes, this is actually a decimal. Bit annoying, but that's how it is. Stamp duty. So if the user chose 1 for their use input, which means for business, well, the stamp duty needs to be 3% according to the assignment description. So how do we find 3% of the wholesale price? Well, here my stamp duty will be 0.03, which is 3%, times the wholesale price. Obviously, we need to do something different if it's for private use. Moving down, I'm making my total here. Again, you'll need more to be in your total. You can add more things here, but I'm just adding the registration fee and the stamp duty. And then I'm doing a nice little printout here. Now I can't just print the registration fee straight to the user because it's a decimal. If I need to print it to the screen, I need to make it a string first. So that's what I have here. I say registration fee plus registration fee converted to a string. That way it can actually be printed to the screen. Print a couple of more things here. Tidy it up with a nice little line, and we're done. Now I'm just giving you the very basics here. You need to do a lot of the work yourself, but you can start with this exact code, and I'll put this code on the Google Classroom for you. So challenges you'll need to overcome. These are just a few, there will be more. You need to work out the insurance premium using the formula given to you in the description. You have to work out the other totals like I mentioned earlier. What if they enter a weight which isn't really a number? I talked about that earlier. What if they type something besides 1 or 2 for the use of the vehicle? We need to be able to deal with that and get them to put in another input if they do it wrong. How do we nicely format the currency with a little $sign and probably no decimal places because we've got big numbers here and the decimal places don't really matter. But I'll let you work that out. Try and make it pretty and usable. And any others I haven't thought of. So that's it. If you need to do a console application for this project, that's how you'll begin. Thank you.